discovery is for forward lookers. You are most welcome to this very session. So allow me to share with you this question in chemistry. So some oxide of some elements are listed. We have the oxide given there. So we are to answer the questions using only the oxide from the list. Take note, only from the list. So each oxide may be used once, more than once, or not at all. So give the formula of an oxide, which is the main cause of acid rain. The oxide which is the main cause of acid rain, family, it is always sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide. So this is an oxide that we are talking about that forms acid rain or is the cause of acid rain. Which one will give solution of pH 14? An oxide which will give a solution of pH 14, that is an alkali, when added to water. So the one that will give a pH of 14 from this very list is going to be sodium oxide. So it will be sodium oxide, Na2O. Hopefully, I believe you know how to do your formulas. So which one is colored? Which one is colored? Which one of this is colored? It will be chromium 3 oxide. Chromium 3 oxide. Chromium 3 oxide. Chromium 3 oxide, which is normally found as a pigment, okay? It's normally found as a pigment, in case maybe you had no idea about it. So chromium 3 oxide is normally used as a pigment, okay? So in nature, it's just found as a mineral, okay? It just occurs in nature. It's a mineral, very rare. So chromium 3 oxide can be used as a catalyst and also as pigment, so it is colored, okay? So let us continue with the major impurity in iron ore. The major impurity in iron ore, the major impurity in iron ore, silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide. If you have done your extraction of iron, this will be an easy thing for you. This will be an easy thing for you. Silicon dioxide. It will be the one. Okay. It will be the one. And hopefully you have done that. Or you can call it silica. Silicon dioxide also is known as silica. It's just an oxide of silicon. And that is the chemical formula that I just gave you there. That is the chemical formula that I just gave you there. Okay. So let us continue. Which one is amphoteric? Which one is amphoteric? Which one is amphoteric? Hopefully, I believe that you remember your amphoteric oxides. The amphoteric oxide, remember, is just a curious group of oxides that can behave as both acids and basic, depending on whether the other reactant is an acid or a base. So in both cases, salt and water are formed for sure. So two of the most common amphoteric oxide that you need to know is zinc oxide and aluminum oxide, please. Zinc oxide and aluminum, these are the most common amphoteric oxides. So the hydroxides of both these elements also, they behave amphoterically. Like aluminum oxide behaving as a base. If you have aluminum oxide react with an acid, you will get aluminum chloride. Maybe hydrochloric acid, okay. Aluminum oxide reacting with hydrochloric acid, for sure we are going to get aluminum chloride and water. That is salt and water, okay. So aluminum oxide also can behave as an acid. Why? Because when it reacts with maybe sodium hydroxide, you will get that you are going to get the salt and water. So let us try to pick it there. Let us try to pick it there because it is right there in our eyes. You can get chromium 3 oxide or aluminum oxide. Al2O3 because aluminum, remember, is in group 3. So we can do these two to get our answer. It's just right there in our eyes. Then which one is neutral among those? Which one is neutral? Which one is neutral? It's a showcase carbon monoxide is neutral. It's a showcase carbon monoxide is neutral. Carbon monoxide is neutral. So we are going to say CO as our neutral oxide. It's very, very important for us to know this because if you're talking about neutral oxide, there some oxides did not react with acids and bases. So such oxide, we say that they are neutral. Example to be nitrogen oxide, nitrogen monoxide, and carbon monoxide. So they are neutral. So that's why we get carbon monoxide there. Amphoteric oxides and neutral oxides are different from each other. What is meant by the term amphoteric oxides? What is meant by the term amphoteric oxide? I just said that here that an amphoteric oxide will react with an acid and with bases. That is how it is like. That is how it is like. So in other words, I will say an amphoteric oxide will react with acids and with bases. What is meant by the term neutral oxide? Neutral oxide, I just said it even now. I hopefully you remember what I was just saying. You remember what I was just saying. Okay, so a neutral oxide will not react with acids or with bases. Okay, so that is it. So hopefully you got something, but it's very, very important for you to know how to classify your oxides. Don't enter the exam without knowing these things. We have acidic oxides, basic oxides, and amphoteric oxide and neutral oxide. 4 of them. We just need to know the examples and how to classify them. Okay. So with that being said, allow me to just leave you here and meet you some other time. So hopefully